just want to tell you a story or a testimony of how God over-delivered after I thank Him in advance for an answered prayer. So yes, it's worth thanking God in advance for an answered prayer. Okay, so anyway, when I first came here in Canada, when God answered my prayer after two failure from applying to get to Canada by two agencies. You know my story. The first one scammed me. The second one had an employer that didn't like me. So basically, it stopped my application. But when God answered my prayer, just 3 months later, I got hired under a program in Canada where I can apply for both work permit and green card. So I applied for both. I got the work permit approved within 2 weeks, and then I flew to Canada. And while I'm in Canada, I was waiting for the permanent resident visa to get approved. And this notebook basically holds the introductory and all those notes that I wrote on my first job. It was a restaurant, so I can show you the proof. It was all like baking and cooking related and all these things, right? But then this week I started doing part-time job in fashion, so I'm really enjoying it. So I said, you know what, let me just grab that notebook and in case I needed to take note of something. Then I realized that this notebook actually had some thank you notes to God in advance. So it seems like I've been thanking God in advance even before I came to Canada, because these thank you notes kind of indicate that I'm thanking God for advance for easily approving my work permit and permanent resident here in Canada, right? But at the same time, it happens around the time that I was getting trained for my first job here in Canada. So this was like an advance thank you note to God. And here it mentioned permanent resident visa. And my permanent resident visa basically got approved just like a week after I left this job, my first job here in Canada. Then I moved to a new city. So this is an advance thank you notes to God. And guess how God over-delivered? Within 4.5 or 5 years here in Canada, I become a Canadian citizen. So God did not only hear my thank you notes and thank you prayers for approving my work permit, my Canadian permanent resident visa, but He over-delivered by also giving me a Canadian passport. So yes, it's worth thanking God in advance for answered prayer. Jesus also modeled that in the Bible. We see Him thanking God in advance, especially in times where He was doing it publicly, so people will know that, you know, He is real.